So, good evening to one and all present here. This is Ayyappa Srinivasan MG, EDC Coordinator, St.Mother Engineering College, Thuthukudi, Tamil Nadu State. And on behalf of management of St.Mother Engineering College, Thuthukudi, its principal, HOD, staff and students, I welcome each and everybody for the session. First, I welcome Dr. Jayabhaskaran sir, Assistant Professor Triple E and Innovation Ambassador of St. Mother Teresa of Kalaignar Karunanidhi Institute of Technology. He is going to deliver a webinar on startup planning and development. Before starting the session, a brief about him. He did this BE in the year 2007, ME in Power Electronics and Drives in 2012, and he is pursuing his PhD now. He has got some 12 years of teaching experience. Further, he has published a lot of research papers in various reputed journals and organized several conferences as well as some faculty development programs. Also, he is an innovation ambassador. He has delivered the talks to various institutions on IPR, startup, etc. But now he is going to deliver a session on startup planning and development. Sir, it is your time, sir. You can start.
Good evening to one and all. First of all, I am very thankful to the management of St. Mother Teresa Engineering College, Vakekulam, Thuthukudi district, and the coordinator of this program, Mr. Ayyappan sir, and the director, Professor A. George Clinton, and the conveners, Dr. J. Jasper Nanachandra, principal, and the president, Mr. D. Justin Livingston, and HOD of Triple Department, Mr. Ebenezer Praveen, and Mrs. A. Cordila Sumadi, Assistant Professor of Triple Department, to organize by Department of Triple E in association with EDC Cell. So myself, Jay Bhaskar, I am working as a Assistant Professor in Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department in Karnataka Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. Actually, today I'm going to discuss the topic of startup planning and development. First of all, what is the startup? Anyone of the participants? Anyone answer the what is startup?
New action plan being implemented.
Sir, I can
New
understand.
action plan being implemented.
Okay, sir. Startup means we got some idea from the person. So startup, next you have to plan for business and then for product development. So today I'm going to discuss about the startup planning and development. So these are the contents of startup planning. About startup, what is definition, objectives, and what are the important notes. Then you have supported by startup versus startup India. Then you have modified startup eligible criteria and government initiatives and procedure to register. So some idea from the person, we need a product. So before that, we need money. That's a very important one from the investor side or bank side. So the first idea we want to create. That's the main objective of this planning and development. So what are the registration of firms? What is LLP? We are going to discuss, and what is the why? Steps to form LLP and advantages and OPC formation. The fourth point, what is the fund raising for startup? I already told the very money is very important one. So fundraising questions, bootstrapping, bank loan, government scheme, crowdfunding, angel investment, venture capital, business incubator, loan microfinance, and etc. Fifth, we are going to discuss about the stages and funding sources and the 19 key points on action plan, common inquiries, and conclusion. So first of all, innovation is a very important one for policy. So 2010, you see the 2010 decade of innovation, the National Innovation Council, and then implemented by the New Science, Technology and Innovation Policy 2013. Then you have Startup India announcement on 15th August 2015. The finally have National Innovation and Startup Policy 2019, NISP for students and faculty in HES. So, central government, Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, initiated the I see startup technology and innovation as exciting and effective instruments for India transformation. So one is a revolution scheme. Then you have a government support in converting the ideas into product. So initiation of startup. So any legal entity will be identified as a startup, not prior 5 years. Turnover, that is 100 crores to, there is a more 100 crores 5 years. New product, process and services. We have a startup driven by the IPR or technology. So what are the any legal entity will be identified as a startup? So turnover not exceed 25 crores. So maximum is for 5 years. So startup means one for a product, otherwise process or services. If we want to manufacture any product, we need some idea. Some idea means comes from the innovation, development, deployment, and commercialization. It's called a business. So startup driven by the IPR, that is called intellectual property rights or copyrights from the technology. So what are the startups supported by? One for an incubator funded by the government of India, that is called GOI, means government of India. A recommendation regard to the innovation nature of the business or funding through government of India, any scheme. You can take state government or central government. We're giving a many funding. For example, now also given for Chief Minister Research Fund for the purpose of researchers and processing patent. Patent also very important by IPT office. What are the main objectives of Startup India? The first one, to promote entrepreneurship, to boost up finance sector. The third one, to limit the state policy dependency. The final is called to motivate the potential people towards the innovation and new business. So, what is the definition of startup? So, startup means when a business is being started. So, Startup India initiative talk about the new startups. So, startup means when a business is being started. One second, sir. One second. What is startup? So, startup is nothing but when a business being started. Startup India means initiative talk only about the new startup. When a business is being started, so these are the objectives of Startup India. So startup means when a business is being started, like a person open for a shop, any shop, government shop, general store, beauty company, television, manufacture products, give normal and useful services, etc., which are uncommon and being already done by the people of India. So Startup India initiative talk only about the new startup, which means we are working towards innovation, development, deployment, commercialization of new products, process or services driven by technology or intellectual property. So please note the modified startup eligibility criteria. So this is a limited company that is called a limited liability person. So remains a startup for the first 10 years post the date of registration. The company remain a startup with the turnover per year does not cross the 100 crore mark in any of the 10 years. So approval from the Department of Industrial Policy. So any industry, we need a policy, HR policy. So we want to promote the startup also. It's funded by the incubation fund or angel fund or private equity fund. So guarantee from the Indian patent and trademark office also necessary. It is recommendation letter by incubation is must. So innovative ideas, I already told. The ideas, then I have a business plan, and we need an investor or bank loan for the new product. So innovative ideas and schemes are very important one. So all the details regarding the funding must be registered with SEBI. So see the modified flowchart shows the modified eligibility criteria. This is a get a approval that the company is innovative. It's the first step. Okay, you get a approval that your company is innovative. Next, age should not be more than 10 years. It is a private company or partnership firm. Then the turnover of this company, the startup, should not exceed 100 crores. It should develop innovative product that is commercial, adding value to the customer. This is the first recommendation by the incubator in postgraduate Indian college, and recommendation letter by the incubator funded by GOI, and then recommendation letter by incubator recognized by the government of India. So it's funded by the incubation fund or angel fund, private equity fund, or accelerator or angel network. So patent granted to the Indian patent and trademark office related by a business. If you want meet A, B, C, D, this get approval from the company is innovative, then not more than 10 years, and it should be a private company and have a innovative product that is a commercial adding value to the customer. So if you meet A, B, C and any one of the F series, then you are a startup company. So how to register? It's a very important question for all. How to register from the Startup India? It's a helpline. So please note down this toll-free number 1-800-115-565. It's a toll-free number. And then Note on the email address dip-startups at nic.in. This is the office address of the New Delhi. Invest India 110 Vijayan Bhavan Annex. Then you have 001 Maulana Azad Road, New Delhi. Then you have working hours 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. So any help to register for Startup India, these are main numbers and email address and office address. So how to procedure for registering a startup in India? It's a very important one. So document to be uploaded as a PDF and got over the recognition number. So what is LLP? Limited Liability Partnership. It is a hybrid form of business and independent legal entity. So what is the reason for limited liability partnership? It is also governed under the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. It's the right to manage the business directly or indirectly, unlike corporate shareholders, and continue doing the business in spite of change of partner, and can hold property and liable to the fullest extent to the asset. So you have to satisfy the customer. It's a very important one. And the agreement for a limited liability partnership, status of the body, corporate as well as the separate legal entity, and you have a mutual duties and right of the partner. So for LLP, so limited liability partnership, first obtain the DSN. Then you have apply for DIN number. Then you have name approval and incorporation of LLP. Step number 5, LLP agreement. What are the requirements for LLP incorporation? You see the first one, it's acquired DSC for the company and designated a partner from the authorized companies, and acquire a DIN for a proposed designated partner, and get approval of company name from the MCA. Then you have INCOP, the LLP company, by filing certain form with the MCA. So do filing of LLP agreement for your company with the register and the certificate of incorporation for your company. So the main advantages of LLP, it is very low cost, easy management, no capital contribution, number of partners, no limit, many partners, less agreement, less government, auditory requirement if contributions greater than rupees 2 lakhs per turnover, greater than 40 lakhs, easy to wind up the fund. So one person company, so apply for DSC, then you have apply for DIN, name approval, document required, and the filing form, and the issue of the certificate of the incorporation. So these are the government initiatives, hand holding, funding incentive, and incubation. So startup ecosystem facilitated through the various government department and programs. There is a 4,000 plus startups have benefited in the last year through the various programs of the central government, and have a 960 crore of funding. Now itself, CM announced a funding of research. Then you have a RPS, Research and Promotion Scheme, and you have more funding. Nearby 960 crores has been enabled to start up through the various schemes. So first of all, we need some idea. It's a very important one. So 828 crores thanks fund for infrastructure, for land, transport, etc. So with the objective to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startup in the country, the government launched a startup India Action Plan that offer the following support to recognize support through hand holding, legal support, also very important one, IPR, intellectual property rights. So self certification and complaints of and 9 environment and labor through the Startup India web portal. We have web portal also and mobile app. So IPR means so fast track startup patent application. So panel of facilitators to assist in the filling IP application. So government to bear facilitation the cost 80% of rebate in the filing of patent. Funding. So fund, more fund is available in our government. SIDBI also give the fund for investment to startup. Okay. So first we want to idea and we want to register for a startup and we need business plan and then we receive the fund either by investor, there is an investment SIDBI, otherwise from bank loan, etc. So the government with the initial corpus of rupees 2,500 crores. Okay. DSC also give the fund. Department of Science and Technology also given the fund, or ISRO from the Indian Space Research Organization also giving. Then you have many central government also give the fund for startup. So 2,500 crores and total corpus of INR 10,000 over a period of 4 years. So the credit guarantee mechanism through the National Credit Guarantee Trust Company. Then you have SIDBI is being engaged with a budgetary corpus of 500 crores per year for the next 4 years. So tax exemption, so IT exemption for 3 years. So capital gain tax exemption. So some government give tax exemption to the startup investing in such gain in the government recognized fund of fund. So tax exemption on investment above fair market value. Then you have incubation. So incubation means we want to start in the college itself, own industry for the college. For example, industry and academia. So in our college, we are organizing 2 innovation center. One from Dr. Vidya Incubation Center and another called Arupa Software Innovation Center. So in this innovation center, we give the project to the student. For example, on industry connect program, we find one problem in the industry, how to improve the power factor. For example, I am telling how to improve the power factor in the industry. We give some suggestion to the industry. So give some fund to the our college for the ideas. Similarly, many students we are going to for the industry and get some problem and we rectify in our college. Dr. Vidya Incubation Center and another field, Arupa Software Incubation Center. In this center, the software industry, because the Chennai, Coimbatore is a major boom for the IT industry. So major problems in the IT field, we find some problem and give the solution to the industry. This is called own incubation center. So we have 31 innovation center and a startup center, and you have an incubator and 7 research parks and 35 new incubators in the existing institutions and 35 new private sector incubators with funding support from the government. So what are the competitions and the grant? So NIDKI, that is a rupees 10 lakh to 20 student innovate from the innovation and entrepreneurship development center So these are the events. So 7 stages in the new product development process. 7 stages. So first, idea is a very important one. To take a screenshot of the slide. Idea generation is a very important one. The second one, idea screening, also important one. The third one, concept. We find out the concept development and the testing and the market strategy, and then you have a business analysis, and you have a product, then a deployment, and for market entry or conversation. These are the business. So first, idea. You find a problem and find a idea. Then you have a concept for development and testing, and you have a business statistics. So you're applying for any investors or bank loan, and give the product development and to the market entry or commercialization. The stage one is an important one, idea generation. For example, to take any personal problem from the customer, unworkable, unavailable, urgent, or underserved. It's called 4U approach by the Michael Schock. So idea generation means coming up with a possible solution. Problem equal to solution. So what are the problems from the effect and the cause? Solution means what to do or how to do. We want to plan. It's a strategic action and they have logic and reason. How to do it is we have to imagine idea. That's called the creative and have inspirations. So next one is called SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis means strength, weakness, and opportunity and threat. So internal means we have to find strength for helpful to achieving a objective, and have weakness means harmful to achieving the objective. Opportunity external origin attribute to the environment. Third stage, concept development and testing. There is a 17% chance that your startup idea fail. This is a poor product. So connecting a gain pain ratio, connecting a competitive analysis, enlisting the major product future, and create a value proposition chart and the concept testing. The 4P is very important for the market strategy, business analysis. So the 4P of marketing of a new product development project. One for product. Product means finalizing the software product based on the concept testings report. So purpose you have a product design, branding strategy, and level of the series services offer. Price means strategizing around production cost, estimating profit margin, and creating an unbeatable marketing strategy. So purpose you have pricing strategy, discounting policies, and payment models. Promotion, distinguishing the new solution from others by highlighting the point or unique feature, or balancing advertising. Advertising is very important for nowadays. So balancing of advertising, marketing, and public relation strategy. The medium is to reach out the target audience. Then you have placement. So placement means communicating the solve the main problem to the customer. So these are the 4P of marketing, new product, price, promotion, and placement. So market, very important one is called cost based pricing model. Market, first one is called cost, market. Then you have product development. So you have a prototype. MVP is nothing but a minimal viable product is launched in the market with minimal features. So the future iteration. So iteration nothing but is a repeated one, one by one. Trial and method depend on the initial response. The best way, the agile product development, the increment and iterative development while promoting the collaboration and communication. Deployment is a commit newly developed features, quality assurance as a continuous integration and continuous delivery pipeline. So commit, deployment means commit, build, developer push the software, alpha development, beta, and production deployment. Stage number 7, market entry or commercialization. So it's a so this a 17 percentage chance for startup idea fail. So just because of poor product, CBI, you see the percentage concept testing report. The percentage is called initial concept. So 17 percentage extremely positive, remaining 16 percentage from somewhat positive, and pink color somewhat negative, and the light green extremely negative, and neither positive or negative. These are the some testing report quantifying the gain pain ratio and conducting competitor analysis and enlisting the major product features and create a value proposition chart and concept testing. So the market strategy, the very important is the product, price, promotion, and placement. So these are the main reference. You see the last 4 points. India's top 30 startup founders. Also very important of the article. So the another PPT. So the word entrepreneurship is nothing but uh, organize, manages, and assume the risk of the business or enterprises. So these are the entrepreneur. You start many companies, Wipro, TCS, Infosys, any MNC companies starts from startup. Okay, slowly developing the startup through the investors or bank loan, and from the startup to company and the entrepreneurs. See the Google's Amul butter, Bisleri water can, car. What is a product? Product nothing but an article or substance that is manufactured or redefined for sale. So think or person that is a result of the action or process. What is a peculiar of a product? So serious intentional effort or put in. So design is nothing but a look and functioning of the building, government or any object by making a detailed drawing. So plan or drawing produced to the look or function or working of the building, government or other object before it is made. So it is a creation, new ideas. So these are the aspects of design. One from the industrial design of the industry side, or communication design, or design thinking from the human. So importance of design means utility, peculiarity, safety, and etc. So what are the steps of engineering product to the design? The idea, design proposal, feasibility analysis, prototype, feedback from the customer side, and finalize the product or design. So main design proposal from the project design. So portfolio management, strategic selection of the projects, and have a project management. What do you want to do and why, and what is the best and feasible in what we want to do, and how are the performing. So main design proposals from the startup, you have to meet the customer requirements. If we any find any problem from the customer side, we want to satisfy the solution. So this is the first point. Second is called appealing for any apologies or practicality, feasibility, and cost, approximate budget also very important for the design side for the startup. So market feasibility from the site analysis, and they have a competition from the one to one, and the financial analysis and capacity utilization, etc. So finally, the product, so better drawing or sketching and the modeling for the cardboard. So on the assembling the ready material or rapid prototyping. This is nowadays 3D printer also make a product. So feedback provides end user perspective or test ground level acceptability, and helps to improve the products as a more useful, sometimes discouraging. Market fit. So market fit, understanding the market need. A product must be to the value for the end user. The customer feedback is very important one. Uh, any discrepancies you want to discuss with the customer, and feedback is also a very important one. And innovation and the timing of the product must be right. So complexity and feedback, continuous innovations, because nowadays Nokia smartphone, but in the last 30 years back is a button phone. So the innovations nowadays changing day by day. Okay, if you want to upgrade the skills, timing, aspirations. So the my journey of innovation and the product development, the innovation and startup perspective. These are the main problem statement from the India who suffer from proteinuria at some point of time. Disease like PH, diabetics, hypertension, and other chronic kidney disease. So for causes for proteinuria, hypertension, so 200 incidents in a million, and diabetes 40, heart disease, heart attack 20. Then you have many kidney disease and others. So these are the solutions given for the projects. So once again, I informed how to register the startup slide. These are the important how to register from the startup India. So any queries or feedback, you give the toll free number 1-800-115-565, and have email tip hyphen startup at nic.in. Then you have office address also. So Invest India 110 Vijayan Bhavan Annex, Maulana Azad Road, New Delhi. Working hours from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So once again, I show the video. This is my YouTube channel. I also one of the startup company developing in the Coimbatore. Just click my name. Just type my name. So I'm working in a Karnataka Institute of Technology. So more video I uploaded in the YouTube. Once again, wait. Advertisement is coming. So type my name, Jayapasji, and subscribe my channel for any uploaded videos. I uploaded many, also is available. And then you go to for Facebook also, many IAC. Otherwise, you go for YouTube channel also, Institution Innovation Council. More videos for startups. Also available in the YouTube link also. So these are the main startup planning and development. Okay, if you have any queries, so any queries. So note my number and email address. If you have any queries regarding the Institution Innovation Council, I am one of the innovation ambassador of the IAC. And more videos. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. More videos we uploaded in the YouTube link also. If you any doubt, you will contact my channel also. You just type my name. You subscribe my channel and you have many videos from the electrical side, electronic side, and IAC Institution University Council. We uploaded more videos for new startups. So shall we wait up, sir? Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, once again, sir. I will take a group photo, sir. Can we take a group photo, sir? Please switch on your camera. We take on a group photo.